to you about my journey in education and how KTI changed my life. Over the years, I've evolved, and I'm pretty proud of what I've been able to accomplish, thanks to KTI and PAECT. Year one, I was super excited to have a classroom, and I had no idea what I was in for. Halfway through year 5, COVID hit. It's actually a screenshot of me teaching on Zoom with also kids in the room. The student of mine, Drew. Year 7, I was burned out from rewriting lesson plans every year to match the new COVID expectations. But then, I was also nominated to be a KTI star, and Summit took away all of those burnt out feelings and reignited my passion for teaching. Now, year 10, I'm excited to be back here paying it forward and helping all of you see that you can evolve and feel special too. Back to year 1. I was teaching 2nd grade with several veteran teachers. I was excited and filled with that first year, you have no idea how much work is ahead of you fire, and ready to make my classroom look like something straight from Pinterest. Our principal gave me the best advice I still carry with me to this day. Curriculum first, room decor second. And at that point I laughed and said I would table my Ninja Turtle lanterns for year 2 and tried to take her advice, which became helpful when units were tossed at me one after another. Because of that first year fire, I would spend all of my time rewriting old curriculum and adding technology by creating smartboard documents for every lesson. I tried sharing some of this tech with my team and many times was shot down, which was frustrating, and I definitely cried more than a few times. But I had also not given up, and by the end of the year, I had integrated a science unit and a writing unit into one seamless little package that was taught twice a day, and my team loved it. My superintendent, during an observation, even watched my 2nd graders scream with excitement during a butterfly science unit when I was showing the smartboard sides I had created for an anticipatory set. By my 2nd year, I was feeling comfortable enough to share all my slides and technology district-wide. I became a leader when we had district-wide team meetings, pushing for collaboration and trying to evolve those 1992 science transparencies. Currently, I've been out of 2nd grade for 6 years, and people still reference my flash drive. Year 3, I was asked if I wanted to move to 4th grade, right as I was ready to really step it up a notch, and now I was starting over, with what felt like nothing. But I was excited for the challenge and said yes to the move. I thought maybe I could help 4th grade as I had done with 2nd, and I finally got my Ninja Turtles. Year 4 hit me like a truck. Thanks. I was wholly unprepared for the jump in curriculum, from sentences to 5 paragraphs, text-cited evidence essays, and it was not a good feeling to go from being the expert to the newbie. There were lots of tears, but I didn't give up, and I leaned on my team and took a step back to observe and learn. I cried a whole lot more when Andre retired. It took him 3 days to teach me partial quotient long division. The summer before year 5, I was invited to ISTE by our technology coordinator. I didn't really know what ISTE was and spent my whole day on the expo floor not realizing there was more. But I really learned a lot and implemented some new things into my classroom. March of year 5, we shut down, and I felt prepared to help others with technology. I was asked to step up as Zoom coordinator and help others who struggled with this new era of teaching. Years 6 and 7 were exhausting, trying to fulfill all the expectations that came with having both Zoomers and Roomers, and teaching all the kids no matter the mode of learning. At the beginning of year 7, I joked that they could remove all of the technology from my classroom, give me a book and a chalkboard, and I would make it work. I was feeling so burnt out. But then I was nominated for KTI.
I was clicking.
I filled out the application feeling like I didn't have anything to brag about. I attached a Google Slides project and a Padlet board I had used with my students to discuss a reading assignment. I didn't think it would be good enough to send me to Summit. But then I went to Summit, and it was absolutely nothing like what I thought it would be. I did not expect all of the excitement, but I especially did not expect to finally feel like I was home. I felt like I found my people. People like me that wanted to innovate. People like me that wanted to innovate and wanted to evolve and wanted to continue to make both mine and my students' experience in the classroom better. I felt like I had that first year fire back. First, I learned to find my marigolds. We call Melissa Krenzer Mama Marigold. Oh my God, can you read this? Because it was her storytelling session about finding your marigolds that resonated with me. A marigold is a flower that is a companion to other plants, helping them grow big and strong. We have marigold people in our schools too that give us encouragement and help us feel that fire and passion we started with. When you're feeling burnt out, text your marigold. Second, through all the PD sessions offered during Summit, I learned to add technology in a purposeful way, not to add it just to add it. I started thinking more about the way I used technology and how I could evolve it within my lessons, and I wanted to keep going to PD sessions to get more ideas. Third, I had to figure out who Pete was. All week, people kept saying, Pete and C. I thought it was some dude named Pete. Really. It made a lot more sense when I learned it was a 3-day conference that was very similar to Summit, and I made it my goal to attend. I started to think about how I could keep this fire going into next school year and avoid getting burnt out again. I wanted to pay it forward and let go of that imposter syndrome. I thought about what I was doing already at my school and how I could share what I'd learned, even if it was just with my direct team. I thought about how I could get more involved and continue to stick with my new marigolds. I wanted to join PAECT and attend events. I wanted to go to Pete, and ISTE was going to be back in Philly. I wanted to go to the PD sessions I now knew existed, and I wouldn't spend my whole day on the expo floor, even though all the free swag is amazing. Going to those conventions and events made me feel like it was Summit all over again, and I would really encourage you to attend or present. They send you for free when you present. One of my goals is to present at a future conference, now that I realize I do have things to share. I hope this week makes you realize that you have things to share too. It's important to advocate for yourself, even if you don't think it's a pillar you connect with. I sure didn't think I connected with it. Keep your own fire lit. Keep in touch with your marigolds and ask for things at your school. The worst thing someone says is no. And then you can be what I call passionately persistent. My district said no to paying for me to attend Pete in 2024. So I followed up and asked for their session notes from the 2 admin who attended. And the first thing I'll submit after Labor Day in September is an application for them to send me in 2025.
Ooh.
KTI has made me feel so validated and encouraged. It helps me to relight my star when I feel burnt out. I know I have a team I can lean on whenever I need them. I am so proud to be a KTI star, and I'm really thankful to be here, and I hope you are too.